Thank you so much for staying with us. Now, of course, as promised, we've invited representatives from the Namibia Press Agency. That's Sexon, Hamutenya, as well as Leann, Oarum. They're here this morning to talk to us about the Portraits Project and what this project entails. Sexon, Leann, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Good morning.
How are we doing? You guys look good in your NAMPA attire.
Yeah, we are blessed.
Yeah, well.
Fantastic. Just before we get into the details of our interview, of course, this morning, how's the trade fair treating you guys? What has your experience been? NAMPA also has a very impressive platform, a very impressive stall. Talk to us about your experience at the trade fair, Leann.
Yeah. So, of course, with every event, there are hurdles.
Yeah.
And we have faced some in the beginning, but those were just stepping stones that we have learned our lesson now. But so far, it's so good. We are working hard. We are trying our best. I mean, even the weather has come together. It's not as hot as it was.
Very much.
So, yeah, no, the trade fair is going very well.
Fantastic. Sexon?
As my colleague said, the trip is going well, apart from the weather. I mean, when we started, it was extremely hot, but now we are chilled.
We brought the cold here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is NAMPA displaying at this year's trade fair? Talk to us about, what the public can find at your stall here.
What the public can find, they can find the presidential portraits. We also have publications as well. And as well as other information about NAMPA, because some people don't know anything about NAMPA, so we are here to give that information, what NAMPA is all about.
Very much indeed. Let's talk about the Presidential Portraits campaign, the Presidential Portraits Project. What is it all about, Leann?
It's a mandate we received from the Ministry of Information, Communications and Technology. Every institution, including schools, are mandated to have the presidential portrait of NNN, Dr. Nandi Daitwa. So basically it's just to respect the president, the current president, as well as not only the current president, as well as the founding father. Just to respect the fact that it's the first female president in our country, in Africa. So just, to run that campaign and to make sure that she gets the respect that she deserves.
Very much indeed.
Yes.
How is that project unraveling? I know, of course, President Nandi Daitwa has been in office since 21st March. It's about, 5-6 months into the presidency. Talk to us about how the project is rolling out. All institutions, including schools, etc., do they have the portrait of, that is, President Dr. Netumbo Nandi Daitwa? It's quite a mammoth task. A lot of schools, a lot of institutions, a lot of buildings, just to say.
We started off well with a massive inquiries. People were so eager to inquire about the presidential portraits. A lot of ministries, a lot of entities have procured the presidential portraits. If I have to give the figures, about 6,000 portraits have been already distributed. But right now we are still pushing for more entities that didn't yet procure, especially the schools as well. Because looking at the stats, we have a low turnout on the school procuring the presidential portrait.
Yeah. So we need to do better as far as schools are concerned. I think
Yeah.
it's very important that, the little ones know what the president looks like, of course, yes.
And as well as also what the private sector as well.
That's also lacking. So schools and the private sector.
Yes.
Fantastic. 6,000 portraits, quite a huge figure. We'll get into the logistics in a bit. Leann, talk to us about the difference in, of course, the portraits for schools and perhaps the normal or standard portraits. What is the difference between, or is it across the board that you find the same portrait here?
No. So for the portraits for the schools are different from the normal standard. Because I think schools, they thought they were not mandated to have the presidential portraits, and also the budget-wise, so I think they cut their cost. So what we did is we made the frame smaller for schools. We also reduced the price to be budget-friendly. Also to accommodate, because normally in schools, like the space in the walls or the hallways are smaller, also to accommodate that. So what we also do, how we're also approaching them is through the regional educational officers.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe they can procure the presidential portraits for the schools in the region, or do the schools procure the portraits themselves?
Pretty much,
yeah. So I think that is just the difference. So the size also for the schools is A3 framed already, and it's only $800.
A3 frame, if you could, with your hands, just for the sake of about that size.
About the size, and it's already framed.
Okay, fantastic.
So it's way better to procure the 800 instead of procuring the unframed, which is $500. So because this one comes with a framed already.
Okay. You just jumped Sexon's question now. You jumped the gun on Sexon's question. I was going to ask, of course, the price of this portrait. So it's 800, and then you have the 500 for the smaller portrait.
For the, so the prices are like this. The unframed.
Unframed.
It's actually A3.
Yes.
That's 500.
Okay.
And then we have for the schools, which is A3, which is 800. And then we have the normal now, the A2, the standard one, which is 1.8.
1.8. Okay, fantastic. Talk to us about the varying in prices for that of our current president, Dr. Ndishishii Hamufungu, and of course the varying in prices for that of our founding president, Dr. Sam Shafashuna Nyoma. And perhaps also maybe you can just briefly, if you can, and to what degree you can, talk to us about the rollout of the portraits for the founding president. All institutions, all schools, etc., do they have, the founding president's portrait here?
The prices are the same.
Okay.
So the A2 for the founding father is also 1.8.
Okay.
Also for the schools, the A3 is also 800. The rollout, it's people are buying. People, it seems like most of the people, they didn't have. They're still procuring founding father as well.
Fantastic.
But apart from that, we're also selling also the former presidents, Dr. Ndishishii Hamufungu, Dr. Nangolo Mpumba, and the late president, Dr. Hage King Kob as well. But it's also the same prices.
Fantastic. Leann, talk to us about typically the logistics behind the procuring these portraits. What is the process? How does one go about it? And typically, how long does it take, until one receives this portrait?
Okay, so what you as the client does, you contact us, or you can send us an email.
Fantastic.
In the email, you must indicate how many portraits you want, for which president it is it framed or unframed, and then we can issue a quotation to you then. You can only receive your portraits a week after you have made the payment, or in the instance of a provision of a purchase order.
Very much.
Yes.
But it's of course something that's not open to anyone. Not anyone can just order a portrait of the president, of a former president, etc. It must be a recognized institution. Talk to us about the requirements around, having a portrait of, either current or former president here. What requirements do we need to meet here?
There's no specific requirements that you need to meet this standard for you to acquire that, because we have also come across with private people that just want the presidential portrait.
Right, so in individual capacity, you can.
Because it's their president. Everyone is entitled to have it.
Fantastic.
Like there was an instance, there was an instance where a private lady, like a lady on her own, came to our office and she wanted to procure a presidential portrait because the president was visiting her farm, and then she wanted the lady's picture in her farm. So,
fantastic. As we wrap up, of course, this is a project that you've brought to the Ongwediva Annual Trade Fair as well. Talk to us about, your engagement with the public, the interest from the public, and of course, spreading the message, through platforms such as the Ongwediva Annual Trade Fair.
So what we are doing is we also have flyers. What we give out to the flyers. We make sure the clients that come to our stand are well informed, because as the public, we're always complaining about the price and what. But this is quality that you are getting, and it's the current president and the founding father of the nation. So just to spread the word and just to inform them that this is not the only thing that we do, because it's like a superstition that NAMPA only sells portraits. But then we're just putting out there, we have a broad set of things that we do as NAMPA.
Absolutely.
So
the press agency is well known for documenting, when it comes to the history of this country, you guys, we have to give you your props. We definitely have to give you your props. Sexon, your concluding message this morning?
Just to add on, Leann, the other question of how they can procure. So the contact details, the office number is 061 37 4000. Or they can send us an email on, my email is commercial@nampa.org, or at contacts@nampa.org.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of the trade fair. All the best with the presidential portraits campaign, and we certainly wish you all the best as the press agency.
Thank you for
Thank you so
having
much,
us.
Ndishishii.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for having us.
We have Sexon, Hamutenya, as well as Leann, Oarum, both from the Namibian Press Agency, talking to us this morning about the presidential portraits campaign, the presidential portraits project. Of course, should you want to acquire, that is, any of the current president or the former president's portraits, you can reach out to the Namibian Press Agency. Very affordable, very quality work, as you've seen there. And I must say, of course, I can clearly see, our current president Ndishishii had the blue attire, so please, of course, reach out to the press agency should you want a portrait of either the current president or former presidents. To stay with us, we continue right here. This is Good Morning Namibia.